Sony just dropped a brand new state of play, and let me tell you, absolutely nobody was ready for what they showed. My jaw is still on the floor. If you missed it, don't worry, because we're about to break down everything that was announced. We're talking the biggest reveals, the craziest surprises, and that one shocking moment that has the entire gaming world buzzing. Grab some popcorn, get comfortable, because this is one for the history books. Let's dive in. Alright, let's just get straight to the main event, the one we've all been waiting for. Marvel's Wolverine from Insomniac Games. We finally got our first real look at gameplay, and it was glorious. The footage opened with Logan walking into a dimly lit bar in Madripoor, classic gritty Wolverine vibes. Then all hell breaks loose. The combat looks brutal, visceral, and exactly what you'd want from a Wolverine game. We saw him using his claws in a variety of ways, not just for slicing and dicing, but also for traversal, climbing up walls, and even deflecting bullets. The rage meter seems to be a key mechanic, building up to unleash devastating special attacks. It looks fast, fluid, and incredibly satisfying. Insomniac has nailed the feel of being the best there is at what he does. And the biggest news drop of all, they confirmed a release window. Marvel's Wolverine is officially launching in late 2026. The hype is absolutely through the roof. Now, let's talk about the surprises, because there were a couple of huge ones. First up, from Guerrilla Games, a brand new title set in the Horizon universe, Horizon Hunters Gathering. This isn't a single-player epic like Zero Dawn or Forbidden West. Instead, it's a 4-player co-op game. The trailer showed a group of hunters from different Osram, Karja, and Tenakt tribes teaming up to take down massive machines like a Thunderjaw and a Shell Snipper. Each player seemed to have unique skills and gear based on their tribe. One was laying traps, another was providing ranged support with a sharp-shot bow, and a third was getting up close and personal with a spear. The focus is clearly on teamwork and strategy. It looks like a fantastic way to experience the world of Horizon with friends, and it's coming sooner than you think later this year. This was a total surprise, but a welcome one. And then, just when we thought we'd seen it all, Capcom appeared. The screen went dark, we heard that familiar, creepy door creaking sound, and then the title appeared, Resident Evil Requiem. This isn't Resident Evil 9. Instead, it looks like a spin-off or an interquel, maybe set between Village and the next main entry. The trailer was incredibly atmospheric, showing a new protagonist exploring a dilapidated European castle, solving puzzles, and being stalked by some truly terrifying new bioweapons. The vibe felt like a return to the slower-paced, survival horror roots of the early games. And the best part, a demo is available to download right now on the PlayStation Store. You know I'm downloading that the second this video is done. Capcom just keeps delivering for horror fans. Okay, let's do a deeper dive into some of the other gameplay we saw. First, Marathon, the new extraction shooter from Bungie. They gave us an extended look at the core mechanics, and it looks intense. The gameplay loop seems to revolve around dropping into a zone, completing objectives to find valuable artifacts called Seros fragments, and then extracting before you're taken out by other players or the environment itself. The movement looks incredibly slick, with wall running, sliding, and grappling hooks, very reminiscent of Bungie's signature style, but even faster. What really stood out was the Seros combat system. These fragments aren't just loot, they grant you temporary, powerful abilities during a match. We saw one player create a gravity well to pull enemies in, while another deployed a defensive energy shield. This adds a wild, unpredictable element to every firefight. It's not just about who has the best aim, but who can use these chaotic powers to their advantage. Marathon looks like a serious contender in the extraction genre. We also got a much better look at Seros, that new third-person action RPG from a new PlayStation studio. The combat seems to be the star of the show. It's a very deliberate, skill-based system that looks like it takes cues from games like Elden Ring, but with its own unique flair. The main character wields a transforming weapon that can switch between a fast, short-range sword and a slower, long-range spear on the fly. You have to manage your stamina, look for openings, and master parry timings. The boss fight they showed against a giant stone golem was epic. You had to target weak points on its body, dodge massive area of effect attacks, and use the environment to your advantage. It looks challenging but fair. The world itself is stunning. a beautiful fantasy landscape filled with ancient ruins and mystical creatures. This one is definitely on my most wanted list. So, with all this amazing stuff, was anything missing? Well, yes, let's address the two elephants not in the room. First, there was absolutely no mention of Grand Theft Auto 6. Many people were hoping for a new trailer or maybe some PlayStation exclusive content reveal, but we got nothing. It's not a huge shock, as Rockstar tends to play by its own rules, but it was a bit of a letdown for those who had their hopes up. The other big omission: any talk of new hardware. No PS5 Pro, no PSVR 2 updates, and definitely no PS6 tease. Sony seems firmly focused on the current generation of software for now, which honestly is probably a good thing. They're delivering incredible games for the platform people already own. So, what's the final verdict on this state of play? I'm giving it a solid 8 out of 10. The lack of a huge, earth-shattering one more thing, and the absence of GTA 6 holds it back from a perfect score, but what we got was fantastic. The Wolverine gameplay reveal was everything we hoped for and more, instantly making it one of the most anticipated games of the next few years. The surprises with Horizon Hunters Gathering and the Resident Evil Requiem demo were brilliant, offering something new and exciting for established franchises. And the deep dives into Marathon and Seros showed two incredibly promising new IPs that look polished, innovative, and a ton of fun. Sony came out swinging, showcasing a strong and diverse lineup of games. It was a great presentation for PlayStation fans. And that wraps up our breakdown of the February 2026 State of Play. It was a wild ride with some massive announcements. But now I want to hear from you. What was your favorite reveal from the show? Are you most excited for Wolverine, the Horizon co-op game, or something else entirely? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more gaming news and analysis. Catch you in the next one.